I hear the phrase, "not all cops are bad," thrown around so frequently. It's almost always used as a defense follow-up statement to an officer's showing blatant misconduct. What is good for one is not generally good for all, is what people are saying. Intuitively, this makes sense, and people are not stupid for thinking it. However, let's think a little deeper into this. I challenge you to think of any career, whether it be a fast food service worker all the way up to a practical physician, and use the exact same logic when thinking in terms of an officer of the law. If a doctor were to see another doctor do something immoral to a patient, and that doctor remains silent in order to retain his position, then that doctor would be considered a bad doctor. If caught, both doctors could face termination and a possible lawsuit for malpractice. If a teacher were to witness another teacher teaching a student something immoral and were to remain silent about it in order to retain his or her position, then that teacher would be considered a bad teacher. If caught, that teacher and the other teacher may face possible termination and would most likely be sued by that child's parents. This is where that pesky logic comes into play. If a police officer is aware of the misconduct and corruption within their own department and among their fellow officers, and they fail to come forward in order to protect their status, authority, and position, then what does that make that officer? We cannot let the years of established conditioning alter our minds into believing the double standard when it comes to police officers. Because these police officers are brothers, mothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles, we often forget that we are not even holding them to the same standards that we hold ourselves. We have blinded ourselves into believing that what may have once been an admirable and commendable position in this country, when taking an oath meant something, when protecting and serving was honorable, is exactly the same thing as what now has been dwindled away into not much more than pirating and extortion. If you were to witness another human being doing something immoral to another human being, and you didn't do anything about it out of fear of ridicule, punishment, or retaliation, then what does that make you?